In the spirit of talking about twins, do you ever get mistaken for other actors?
Which ones do you think that I get mistaken for?
I think back in the day, I don't know if it happens anymore, but I think Logan Lerman.
All the time, still, absolutely. So one time me and Logan were at the same lunch place together, and I was ordering my sandwich at the register, and the guy was like, he goes, "I know who you are, man." And I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Percy Jackson at my register." And I was like, "Oh, no."
What's the worst thing you've ever done? What's the worst thing you've ever done?
You guys are now I want to match your
I
posture.
don't know what to do.
Are we all doing?
I know. I was.
Are we all doing
mimicking
forward?
you.
Or are we all going back?
Anyway, normally
I'll probably switch it up.
Okay, as you move, I'm gonna move.
It'll be a fluid situation.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready, guys?
I don't know.
As ready as we'll ever be.
It's the stars, producers, writers, directors, Twinless. Dylan, good to see you, buddy.
Great to see you too.
James, a pleasure.
Thank you.
How's it going? Is
No.
that your move?
Oh no, bare hands.
I'm starting a new thing.
That's an exclusive for MTV. Thank you for that. Congratulations on your amazing movie.
Thank you so much.
You're feeling the love? I mean, this debuted at Sundance, got a lot of acclaim, and now the rest of the world at large is ready for this.
Yes.
No pressure.
Yeah, it is cool. We always thought that this movie would not be for everyone, so it was interesting.
But now it's for everyone.
Whether you like it or not,
yeah,
it
has
for
to be
you.
So
at some
conclusively.
point. Yeah, we have to share it.
So Wikipedia, which is always accurate, calls it a black comedy psychological drama.
Oh.
Huh.
What do you make of that?
Okay.
He's gonna make
I'll
something
take
of
it.
it.
Art, you give it to other people and then they decide what it
Yeah.
is.
How did you describe it to friends and family? Like, what were you making here?
I mean, I try to keep it as concise and spoiler-free as possible, so I usually just say it's about two men who meet in a bereavement support group, but it's a dark comedy.
Okay. And how did you encounter it, Dylan? As a script? Like, does somebody say, okay.
Yeah.
And what's your the first read of Twinless?
Well, I thought it was fantastic, and I was really taken with it at first. Yeah, it was fantastic. So I was just wondering, I was like, who wrote this? And then then I saw it was this guy, and I was like, okay, he wants to direct it too. I wonder, that's always, who knows? And then I just saw that he was he had made a film, and I thought it was wonderful. So I wanted to meet him, and then we met, and then that was sort of like 4 years before we ever got on set. Eventually, turns out.
Yeah.
So you had time to kind of establish a bit of a rapport relationship in
In
those
retrospect,
conversations.
it was a blessing.
Definitely. Yeah.
At the time, I was like, oh God.
Well, you just want to get it made.
Right.
Yeah.
But the nature of this, I mean, this is a very intimate story in many ways. You're acting opposite each other. It's probably good to kind of find a friendship beforehand.
Yeah. And a lot of times that can come out of commisery,
Yeah,
and
trauma bonding.
Yeah, and going, are we the only idiots alive who think this could be great?
Yeah, is that on set kind of like, okay, we're in this together. This might not be for everybody, who knows, but we like it, and we're going to lean on each other.
Yeah.
And we're fully committed.
Well, we also got greenlit 2 weeks before the WGA strike.
Oh, wow.
So,
Just another
knock
them down.
Every word locked in.
Yeah,
no changes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you alluded a little bit to the story. I want to give folks a little bit of a sense of this. So you do play a twin who has lost his twin.
Yes.
Who meets your character in a...
Also has lost his twin.
Also has lost his twin.
Yes.
It's very much of forgive the reference, a Fight Club meet cute for me. This reminded me of that kind of bereavement, that kind of that group therapy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a reference point or not, but that's me.
Love that.
And the nature of this friendship, this relationship, what do we want to say? How much should the audience know about his past, this relationship, or not? What do you want folks to know?
Thank you for asking.
Your posture is so...
I told you I was going to move.
Yeah, we're all moving.
At some point, I was going to do something
doing yoga.
To switch up the vibe. Okay. What do you want the people to know?
Writer, director, producer, actor, James, what do you want?
I want people to know.
He's roboting. Interview 2. He's roboting.
I mean, Roman's relationship with his twin Rocky, his late brother, they diverged paths in high school and ended up falling out. So I think what attracts both of our characters is In Search of Solace. They're very different from each other, but I think they complement each other, and I think they're both seeking something that they're missing in their lives.
talk to me a little bit about how you get to this guy, Mr. Dylan O'Brien. What were you familiar with in his work?
Yeah,
Pretend he's not
love
here.
to hear this.
Well, the thing that I'd most recently seen of his work was a YouTube pilot called Weird City that my casting director friend had cast, and I thought he...
You know Weird City, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I consider myself something of a Dylan O'Brien aficionado.
Not
That
sure
one
on
missed-
that one.
Alright,
Yeah.
deep
I missed
cut.
that one. Wow.
And then also the viral scene you did with Sarah Ramos, the recreation of The Social Network.
Yes.
Iconic. And I think between
know
those
this
two,
That one I do know.
Okay.
it just kind of was emblematic, I think, of your versatility as an actor. And I just felt like he had a really keen sense of dialogue, and there is a particular cadence and rhythm, I think, to my writing.
Yeah.
And I think that was doubled down when we met. I just felt like very seen in terms of how you understood my voice.
I felt like I did really understand your voice.
It's true. Great.
It's true.
Did you ever expect when you were doing that kind of just what must have been just a lark, the Social Network spoof,
Yeah.
that it would lead to a role?
No, it was in my living room. And no, definitely not. Yeah. I'm trying to remember when you even told me that too. I think it was like a while into the process that he even revealed that to me.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to make you feel like the thing that wasn't actually a job.
I think there's a lesson there. Just pursue creative pursuits, whether it's for work or not, and
Yeah.
great things will happen.
Yeah. I mean, it took, especially in that, it took me back to how I even started this all together. So,
Right.
you know, I used to just be me and a camera in my living room or bedroom, and there's no way.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounded, you know how it sounded.
We're all here for each
And
other.
that's how I got into this industry.
Have you is
Started
it
in your bedroom.
Damn it.
first twin? This is your first twin, I believe. Official twin roles.
Role-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Acting-wise, yeah.
You did kind of in Teen Wolf even, not an actual twin, but you play kind of the
Oh,
evil
right.
side.
Right.
With a wink to our friends and the audience.
Yeah. Right.
Did that
yeah.
ever occur to you that you had played kind of an evil twin version
No.
of yourself until this
No,
moment?
this is the first time I'm thinking about it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. This I consider to be my first twin portrayal. Yeah, baby.
You got it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Claim that.
So you're wearing a lot of hats in this, not literally, metaphorically.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know if you're a hat guy.
Eh.
Okay. Producer, writer, director, actor.
Right.
This guy's only got like one job. Two.
One
You're
and
a
a half.
producer.
Yeah, 1.5. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the twin thing.
Oh, that's true.
Two and a half.
I'll
You could
give
lightly
Two
throw a producer in there. Yeah.
Do you resent the fact that he only had 2.5 jobs and you had 4?
Every day.
Right? Yeah.
That's where he's comfortable.
Resentment.
Yeah. You've seen the movie.
Are there any other jobs that you are equipped to do besides acting and executive producing on a film? This all dries up tomorrow.
You tell me.
What skills do you have, Dylan, as a human being? besides-
Outside of acting?
Yeah.
None.
Oh.
None.
Let's just let this sit. Let's just this darkness
I've
sit.
always thought that I'd be a good dog trainer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh wow.
That
you
can
really
be a
perked
set
up
job.
there.
I'm a big dog lover.
Yeah.
So maybe, and my dog could use some
Well,
training.
funny enough,
so.
I did. I learned everything I know about that field, which I'm not an expert in. Obviously, I trained my dog, but I worked on a film with a dog, and I was like in love with the dog trainer's relationship to the animal, and I just like keenly observed it. I guess enough to I remember so much from that relationship. So yeah, I've always thought that would be something that I would enjoy outside of this shit.
A lot of
I
people
feel like I have to do it too.
Yeah. Oh, what? I didn't even mean
We
to.
all
Yes,
cross.
thank you.
I was like, should I commit?
Now, yeah, 2
Now I
out
have
of
to
3.
call
You
it
have
out.
to.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. What's our next move? Just so I can plan ahead. What's the next
don't
physical
know.
move?
I'm gonna go upside down.
You're both getting much deserved love for this. I mean, your performance in this is amazing. You go to some very
Thank you.
emotional places in this,
Thanks.
as necessitated by the material.
Yes.
Did it feel like it challenged you, like in a different way than other roles have?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I don't know. It was I was definitely encountering things that I was very like afraid of in a good way, you know, but I felt like they were always things I really understood. So I don't know. It felt like sort of this beautiful combination of one of those things where, you know, once I read the piece, immediately. I was like, I know that I like must do this if I can, but there's going to be multiple days that I'm terrified of.
Is that, I mean, there are the intimate scenes, but there's also like the intimate scenes in terms of emotion. Like, I mean,
that
you were
stuff way more.
crying. Like, there's like, it's not just crying. It's like soul crushing sadness.
Oh yeah, that cry got me through a couple years in my real life. Like,
tapped into our previous interviews. What were you thinking of to go to that place? Is that, I mean, are you the kind of actor that goes to like real like shit in your past, like for that kind of stuff?
Well, not like consciously or intentionally, but yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it's always been more so just unearthing, real feelings for sure. And I remember for me, I mean, it was just really like we were so. It's this beautiful place this job can take you sometimes, where we were really like kind of felt magically so into these roles at this time and point in the shoot, which I was really grateful for too. You know, It's not like it was week one, which credit to James too. He's on top of everything and structured it that way. And so I remember even that day coming and being really just so genuinely heartbroken myself, that day on behalf of like my guy, which is a wonderful feeling to have when you're, needing to tap into that and having it sort of come so organically to you was wild. But I didn't know necessarily what happened. You don't know how those things are going to go. You just got to throw yourself into it,
Right.
And the take we used for that monologue is actually the first take we shot.
Yep.
It really flowed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that in the highest of compliment. Like, you were so connected.
Yeah.
We shot 3 total, and I remember the second one. You left out one line. It was the levity line about, well, everybody likes pizza, and I'm like, I really think we need that. And you're just like looking at me and you're like,
broken soul. Like,
and I felt so bad, but then you nailed it all 3 takes. It was like, to do that kind of work repeatedly, I think that sort of stamina is a testament to how lived in you were.
I felt really lived in. The funny footage would be me off camera doing it for you.
Oh my gosh. Are you in it then, or are you kind of detached by then? Are you?
Just phoning it in. I made him do it to an eye mark.
Well, it was challenging because of the way we set up the shot, so we weren't able to look at each other directly.
Yeah, so I had to
which
sort of
added a layer of complication.
Yeah, I remember just looking down and just sort of giving you an audio performance off camera. But still, at that point it just was feeling therapeutic. So why not let it keep just purging it?
You also know, look, there's the endless fascination on the sex scenes, the intimacy scenes, and like you guys have talked about the fact that there was an intimacy coordinator, but in the end, for whatever reason, you didn't necessarily need that person to kind of help coach you through it. But can you talk a little bit about, I don't know where in the shoot that was, but like, again.
Day 2.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, we structured a split schedule where we shot all of, because the character of Rocky, I don't want to overstate Rocky's appearance because he's only in a flashback.
Right. Yeah, this is a twin.
So it was a very short portion of the shoot.
Yeah.
So logistically, could only happen on 1 of 2 days. So we put it on day 2.
So what's that like? Because again, that's like being very vulnerable in front of somebody that you've gotten to know, but still someone that you don't know in that context, obviously. So
yeah, I guess there's multiple like things that contribute to it. Like, first of all, the tone, right? So, we were setting up these, like, on the one hand, we're sort of setting up these kind of like art housey shots for this sort of comedic in tone, very bare. Sexy. I remember that being one of the funny things on the day. Like, we never even discussed sort of how you planned to shoot them, which was obviously so.
I mean, we did discuss it.
Sure.
But to be very clear,
I did my job.
I meant like when I originally read it 4 years prior. I had, obviously it wasn't as bare as we ended up going with. So I mean. And I always just felt like those pages, that dialogue, one of the things from the script that never changed, a word of. We always felt that stuff was really perfect and just a hysterical sequence, And so I don't know. I think the tone kind of maybe influenced.
That alleviated some of the pressure.
A little comfortability, yeah, for sure.
adding to the list of skills on the resume, Simlish. Is there a Duolingo
You're so
class?
good at it.
You know what's funny is I was actually afraid of this. Okay, now, let's break this down.
Ready? Are we lying down
With
next?
the
What are we doing?
Yeah, let's break it down. Because I was just riffing it, I was afraid that there would be real like Simlish connoisseurs
Coming after you.
Yes. Like on the Reddit forums or whatever, just being like, "That's not real Simlish." And also, by the
Cancelled.
way,
Right.
it could still
It
happen.
is a developed language.
The movie's not out yet. It could still happen. My fears could come true.
Well, don't put it out there.
You're
Now
gonna
they're
be
gonna
okay.
Yeah.
look for it.
What about the Haim song? Were you responsible for that one? Did you?
Well, he's responsible for getting it cleared.
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with
Yeah. I'm friends with them.
the ladies?
The ladies.
So is
Yeah.
that literally just a phone
The
call and
babes.
email? Like, can you do me a solid?
It was a text. Yeah. I feel like SD, who's like the most like response. Like SD, I feel like responds to a text within like 4.5 seconds. It's like before I even sent it. Like she's like, yeah, and I was like, wait, how'd you know this was coming through? Yeah, no. We just asked because we really like we tried a bunch
We tried a
and
lot of
like we were
songs.
so James in particular, who like I really respect his taste and attention to detail, and when he really does specifically like want something, I really try to support that as producer. We really just tried to fetch it, and they were so nice about being down to do it. I tried to like even explain. I was like, I swear, like the movie is really special.
You're vouching
I'm
for it,
really
and so,
excited
like,
about it.
whatever.
You know?
We sent them a clip.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
For
true.
context,
We sent the
yeah.
clip, yeah.
In the spirit of talking about twins, do you ever get mistaken for other actors? Does it happen nowadays?
Are you asking pointedly?
Yeah. What do
Because
you
you
mean?
know, or
I can guess. I feel like I've heard.
Wait, I want to hear this. Which ones do you think that I get mistaken for?
I think back in the day, I don't know if it happens anymore, but I
Yeah.
think Logan Lerman.
all the time. Still, absolutely. So one time, me and Logan were at the same like lunch place together, like getting lunch, and with like a group of friends. It was like after, I think like a protest in LA during like the writer strikes or something like that, and we like went to a sandwich spot, and I was ordering my sandwich at the register, and the guy was like, he goes, "I know who you are, man," and I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" Like, and he's like kind of checking me out, not like Jesus Christ. He's ringing me up, and he's like, "Percy Jackson at my register." And I was like, "Oh, no." And he immediately kind of like his face like melts, and he's like, oh, wait, no, I know, oh, damn it, no, I do know you though." Like, and I was like, "Oh, it's all good, dude." And then he was like, "What is it?" No, but what are you in? Which is a question that honestly,
It's the worst.
yeah, I
You just have
never
to go down
answer
the
just to
resume,
save
but-
some semblance of dignity and or agency. But I kind of felt like I knew where it was going on that one, so I did like complete it for. I was like, "Maze," and he's like, "Yeah, that's what it is." And then he's like, "Damn, oh man, okay." And then he's like, back to on the monitor, and he's like, "Really do love those Percy Jackson movies." And I was like, "Well, he's like here actually."
You have the opportunity
And
to
he's
live your
like,
dream.
"What? No way." And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Friend, do you want to meet him?" And he's just like, "That would be awesome." And so I go get Logan, and I'm like, "Hey, this dude thinks I'm you. Do you want to come meet him?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And then I just bring Logan over. I like literally just like put him in my place and like leave. And then I just see this like it's like there was like this watching it in slow motion. I see the guy like shaking his hand, and like I see Logan being like, "I'm Logan," and him going, "I love Percy Jackson." And I thought it was just really
That's a
funny.
beautiful thing that
So
you
yeah,
were a
it
part
does
of.
still happen.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel like more and more.
Wow. For the
Yeah.
record, I thought you were great in Perks of Being a Wallflower too. That's
It's not Josh.
His best work.
don't you think?
Yeah.
God, that'd be amazing if that were my performance.
Just take it.
Be awesome.
Just accept it.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Last thing before you go, just because MTV VMA season, you've been to the VMAs and you had a pretty cool VMA experience a few years back.
Yeah.
Getting to be the +1 of Taylor is
Yeah.
a pretty good experience. Any
Yeah,
memories of doing
wild.
that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really overwhelming. Like that's not exactly, my where I thrive, I guess.
That's your happy
So I
space?
remember
Yeah.
I just like remember this level of intensity of being like, whoa, this is for someone's like, consistent job, this is like a lot, going up and I didn't even have to talk. I just had to like be standing there, but
Sometimes standing's harder.
yeah, right. But my God, yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but it was really cool and really special to be a part of, even once.
You killed
Nice.
it, not even saying a word. You were amazing just standing there. A+.
Yeah, pull up the footage.
Let's analyze
Let
it.
me just like,
He can do everything. He can
Yeah.
sit, he can stand.
yeah, he can clap.
You can cry on cue.
There it is.
In Parks of Being Wallflower.
our favorite movie of Dylan O'Brien.
It's not me.
Second to
It's not me.
Twinless. Congratulations on the film, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate
He
it.
didn't get any fans.
Great. We gotta work on that. It's only interview 2. Look at our legs.